Have you ever set a huge, ambitious goal? Like, this year I'm going to learn a new language fluently, or I'm going to master the piano. It feels incredible at first, right? You're buzzing with motivation. You buy all the books, download all the apps, and tell everyone your grand plan. For the first week, you're a machine. You're practicing for hours every day, completely immersed. But then life happens. You miss one day, then another. The initial excitement starts to fade, and that mountain you were so eager to climb suddenly looks impossibly steep. The instrument gathers dust. The language app sends you sad reminder notifications that you start to ignore. Soon the guilt sets in and you feel like a failure. You've crashed and burned. We've all been there. It's a frustrating cycle. But what if I told you the problem isn't you? It's the approach. Let's flip the script. Forget the mountain for a second and just focus on taking a single step. What if instead of aiming for fluency in a year, you aim to learn just one new word a day? Just one. It sounds almost ridiculously small, doesn't it? But think about it. One word today, another tomorrow. By the end of the week, you know 7 new words. By the end of the month, that's about 30. In a year, you've learned over 365 words without even breaking a sweat. You've built a solid vocabulary foundation, and you never once felt overwhelmed. This is the magic of atomic habits, the power of 1% better every day. It's about breaking down those massive, intimidating goals into tiny, repeatable actions that are so easy you can't say no. Instead of, I will write a novel, how about I will write one sentence? Instead of, I'll get fit and run a marathon, how about I will put on my running shoes and walk to the end of the street? The goal of these tiny habits isn't to achieve a massive result overnight. The goal is to show up. Consistency is the secret ingredient that most people miss. When you perform a small action every single day, you're not just making incremental progress. You're casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. You're building an identity. Each time you write that one sentence, you're reinforcing the identity of a writer. Each time you practice that one chord on the guitar, you're becoming a musician. Let's take another example. Imagine 2 people want to learn how to code. Person A, our ambitious hero, dives in headfirst. They enroll in a 6-month intensive boot camp, quit their job, and plan to code for 8 hours a day. The pressure is immense. Person B takes a different route. They commit to just 15 minutes of a free online coding tutorial every single day during their lunch break. Initially, Person A seems to be making incredible progress. They're learning complex concepts and building small projects within weeks. Person B, meanwhile, is just learning about basic variables and loops. It looks like they're falling way behind. But a month or 2 into the boot camp, Person A starts to feel the burnout. The pace is relentless, the concepts get harder, and the frustration mounts. They miss a few days, and catching up feels like a nightmare. The initial passion has turned into a stressful chore. Meanwhile, Person B is still chugging along. 15 minutes a day. It's easy. It fits into their schedule. Some days they feel inspired and do 20 or 30 minutes. Other days they just do the 15 and call it a win. There's no pressure, no guilt. After 6 months, Person A might have dropped out of the boot camp, exhausted and convinced they're just not cut out for coding. But where is Person B? Well, 15 minutes a day for 6 months is over 45 hours of focused learning. They now have a solid grasp of the fundamentals. They've built a consistent, sustainable habit. They might not be an expert, but they are undeniably a coder. They've built momentum, and now, that 15 minutes often stretches longer because they're genuinely enjoying the process of solving problems and building things. They won, not by sprinting, but by walking steadily, one step at a time. This principle applies to everything. Want to read more? Don't aim for a book a week. Aim for 1 page a night. The act of opening the book and reading a single page is the victory. More often than not, 1 page will turn into 2 or 10 or a whole chapter. You're building the habit of being a reader. Want to start a meditation practice? Don't try for 30 minutes of silent contemplation. Your mind will rebel. Try 1 minute. Just sit and focus on your breath for 60 seconds. Anyone can do that. That small act, repeated daily, will have a more profound impact over time than a dozen failed attempts at a longer session. The beauty of this approach is that it sidesteps our brain's natural resistance to change. Big changes feel threatening and require a lot of willpower. And willpower, as we know, is a finite resource. It's like a muscle that gets tired. But small habits, they fly under the radar. They don't require much willpower at all. They're so small that your brain doesn't put up a fight. And here's the most powerful part. These small habits compound. It's like investing. A small regular contribution to a savings account might not look like much at first. But over years, thanks to the power of compound interest, it can grow into a fortune. Your habits work the same way. That 1% improvement each day doesn't just add up, it multiplies. The progress starts slow, almost imperceptibly. This is the valley of disappointment, where you're putting in the work but not seeing big results yet. This is where most people quit. But if you trust the process and stay consistent, you'll eventually hit an inflection point. Suddenly, your progress will seem to explode. Your vocabulary and that new language will start connecting in new ways, allowing you to form complex sentences. Your fingers will fly across the piano keys, playing songs you never thought you could. Your small daily walks will have turned into runs, and you'll feel healthier and more energetic than ever. This isn't magic. It's the natural outcome of consistent, daily effort. So I challenge you to try this. Pick one area of your life where you want to improve. Just one. Now think of the smallest possible action you can take. The 2-minute rule, coined by James Clear, is perfect for this. Whatever your goal is, scale it down to something that takes less than 2 minutes to do. Read before bed becomes read one page. Do yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. Study for class becomes open my notes. The point is to master the art of showing up. Make the beginning of the process easy, and the rest will follow. Once you've established the habit, you can optimize it. But the start is everything. So, what's your 2-minute action going to be? What tiny step can you take today that your future self will thank you for? Don't let the allure of a giant leap keep you from taking the first small step. The journey to 1,000 miles doesn't start with a sprint. It starts with a single, simple, repeatable step. Start there, start small, and just keep walking. You'll be amazed at how far you can go. Thanks for watching. If this idea resonated with you, let me know in the comments what small habit you're going to start. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on building a better life, one small step at a time. See you in the next one.